Moving on to the oil and gas sector, the Africa Center for Energy Policy, ACEP, says Ghana's oil revenue expenditure is not promoting inclusive growth and development, hence must be immediately relooked to ensure fair benefit of the resource. A policy analyst at ACEP, Kojo Yauche, says ACEP's current studies into Ghana's oil revenue expenditure under the annual budget funding amount shows that oil-funded projects are not disability-friendly, which does not promote inclusive development.
As of June 2019, Ghana had realized a total of $5.38 billion in revenue from its oil and gas resources since production commenced in 2010. After initial reductions to the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, 70% of the remaining annual petroleum revenues realized goes into the national budget called as Annual Budget Funding Amount, ABFA, for expenditure. In 2019 alone, $473 million was allocated to the budget as ABFA. However, policy advocates, Africa Center for Energy Policy says the expenditure of the ABFA allocation to infrastructure projects is not promoting inclusive growth and development. A policy analyst at ACEP, Kojo Yauche, speaking to City News in Takoradi on the sidelines of a stakeholder engagement on disability intervention mapping in Ghana, said the projects are not disabled friendly.
So we decided to focus our work over the past few years on how oil revenues that are being spent would impact on the lives of persons with disability. So we are going around the country looking at ABFA funded projects, the annual budget funding amounts projects, trying to see how disability friendly they are. We just came from Tamale and it's not a pretty sight to see. I mean, most of the buildings are not disability friendly. Where some accommodations are made, you could clearly see that they are afterthoughts and they are not fit for the building as they are done. School buildings are constructed with oil money, no washroom facilities for the pupils to be able to access them, and even where they are available, the accessibility for persons with disability is very poor. Chips compounds, you see very steep ramps that even abled men like myself find it difficult to descend from, and they are very smooth, so you wonder how persons with disability will be able to access some of these things. I feel that we are not doing so well in ensuring that our oil wealth brings inclusive growth and development.
James Kofi Osei, who is the Western Regional Chairman of the Ghana Blind Union, said the oil expenditure in such a manner does not benefit disabled persons.
In terms of the structure itself, whereby most of us, like the physically challenged, cannot, those using the wheelchair or even those using the crutches, they find it difficult. Because in the Act 715, that is the Disability Act, a moratorium period was given 10 years. That was 2006. That 10 years time, all public places should be accessible to the persons with disability. In terms of structure, no.
For City News, I am Akwese Takoradi.